Yeah, Scott Schieber's in her. Let's back out here a little bit. Let's turn the amp this way. You guys can clearly see this is a departure from what I normally build. This is in a 6-pill cabinet, and it's a little bit more comp build. It's got 4-gauge feeding it. It's like what we're doing with everything these days. It's got the Japanese relay in it. Also like what we're doing. Just the whole package kind of tightened up. Let's see, this amp I used, and the one before it and the one before it, I used high temp silicone 12-gauge, which I thought it'd be a little bit fun to try this for the next couple builds, and having good luck with it. It's way softer than the PVC base jacket that I've been using, but it's high temp, so it is what it is. Put an output tuning tube in it so we can dial it in exactly where we want it to go. It's got all my transformers in it. Polished heatsink, standard, 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 and standard. Custom, custom, custom build. This is also going to one of my Patreon consumers. So, you know, if you guys haven't thought about joining me on Patreon, please do. And, you know, make sure to subscribe, of course, and give the thumbs up button. That helps. The YouTube algorithm likes that. So, let's run this thing. It's switchless, by the way. There's no switches on the front. The guy's going to run it strictly with the remote. So, we got our standard 1/4-inch jack here. We just have this shorted over, so the tip to this next ring is what turns it on. Of course, the tip is hot, and then we have a return. So, as you can see, we're floating around here at 12 volts, 5-watt slug in reverse back from the Bird 10,000-watt dummy load. The average PEP meter, or pardon me, average RMS meter, and then our peak envelope power, that's a 1 kW, and a 5-watt. So we're going to be using the Derail Bench Striker, and as you can see, we're floating at 12.6 according to that meter. Let's go ahead, we'll shut the amp off by pulling the plug out, and I'm going to show you how many watts are putting through it on 12 volt. Hello, 1, 2, 100 watts at 12 volts. Let's come up here. Let's look at the pass-through tune. Hello, 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 hello. Hello, 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 hello. Okay, so what I just demonstrated is that we're putting 100 watts worth of drive in this thing. And the ability for the RF to come here, down this wire, pass through the amplifier, and then out into the dummy load. There's very little resistance at frequency. That's what that pass-through tune means. So now we're going to go ahead and we're going to run it with our 100 watts going in and our amp on 12 volts. And we're going to see what our input tune is, and we're going to see what we're going to get out of it for power. So let's go. Hello, about 700 watts on 12 volts. Let's come up here to the radio. Hello, hello, audio. Beautiful input SWR, and that's at 12 volts total. So now let's go see some big numbers. Wait a minute, let's take a look here. Hello, 48 amps. So let me go down here to the power supply. Click the power supply on. We're going to charge up to about 15.2, 15.3. And we'll see what happens. Let's go ahead and shut the amp down. Let's scroll on over here. Hello. So now we picked up another 20 watts worth of drive. Of course, everything's working a little bit more efficiently now at that higher voltage. Hello. 15.1 on the meter. That's what we're falling to. So let's come on down here. Plug the amp in, so we're turning it on. Hello. 1,000 watts, no problem. Let's go up here. Let's take a look at our input SWR. And once again, to slow down and explain to everybody what we're looking at, this is our Striker SWR bridge, which is really difficult to match to because all Strikers read just a little bit different. So please understand that this might fluctuate a little bit. Unless it's all the way over here, we're not going to be too overly concerned with it. This is a 5-watt slug in reverse between the radio and the amplifier. Hello, 1, 2, 1, 2. So right at 15 volts, we've got nothing. We have 1/10 of 1 watt. Hello, 1, 2. Making around 400, 425 bird. This thing was fun. I haven't built like this in a long time. I had to sit there and really think about it because of the extra inductor length and blah, 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 blah. I had to change out these 2 capacitors, and once I did that, the whole box came alive. So it's all good. So what I have left to do for this project is I'm waiting. I'm waiting on Anderson clips because I'm out. I didn't think that I'd be building 4 of these this month. Straight up. Just didn't. So I'm out of Anderson clips. Plus he wants me to build him a pigtail of about 4.5 feet that goes down to his power supply for when he uses it at home. We're not going to wait for that. We're going to call this a done video because the only thing that changes is that we add a plug to this, and then we're going to build a jumper to it. This has the exact same fan that's on the other amp that the guy got. So on that note, we're going to say this sucker's done. It's ready to go out the door. The guy's going to have a blast with it. His friends can all drool over it. But the only thing I got left to do is squirt a little bit of clear on this to keep it from corroding on the inside and make it look pretty forever. But there are 4 matched to the T red dot Toshiba 2879s in this box. So you guys do the math. It's silly expensive. Gentlemen, big shout out to my Patreons. I say thanks to every single one of those guys, for sure. Big shout out to Mechman, Siglet, XS, Bird, and Coaxial Dynamics, of course. This is going to change. We're going to probably put another, I'm going to finally take this down probably, and I'll put another sticker here because the new company that's going to come and work with us, I'm really, really excited about. It's going to be incredibly beneficial to all of you guys. I can't wait to start talking about it, but it's not ready to happen just quite yet. So keep your eyes on the future upcoming YouTube videos. There's more cool shit coming. Gentlemen, I say this at the end of every single one of my videos, and I mean it from the bottom of my heart. Please click subscribe, make sure to hit the bell so you get notified, and I want to say thank you. From the bottom of my heart, I say thank you. Please, thank you, and I appreciate every single one of you guys. Remember, I put that number up there for everybody to call. If you need me, or you've got a question, or you got something that you think I can help you answer, don't hesitate to call or shoot me a text. It is what it is. It's part of the job. Gentlemen, I'll see you. Click, click.